particle model helps explain the properties of the things around us. Press Start to begin. Particles come in 3 different states: solids, liquids, and gases. In a solid, particles are held tightly together by powerful forces called bonds. See how they sit in a regular pattern and just vibrate about a bit on the spot? Now, give this little solid a shake and see if you can break it apart. Nope. The bonds between particles are holding the whole thing together. Now, press the plunger and see if you can squash it. You can't squash it either. That's because the particles are so close together there's nowhere for them to go. The solid stays solid. Steel, bricks and wood, surprise, surprise, are all solids. That makes them handy for building things you don't want to fall down, like houses. Now, what about liquids? Like solids, their bonds are tough enough to hold them together, but the particles are able to flow around each other. Give this container of liquid a spin. The particles flow, but the strong bonds mean the particles mostly stay together. You know what to do. Give it a plunge. It's impossible to compress it. That's because the particles are so close together. Water, milk, and petrol are liquids. Wow. Actually, it's very convenient that water comes in a liquid state, because it can flow, ooze, gush, and squirt to where we need it. So, still with me? Our third and final particle state is gas. Gas particles have no bonds. They move about all over the place very, very fast. Give the big bag of gas a poke. Gas particles always move to fill their container. Solids and liquids can't be compressed. But what about gas? Try it. Because the particles are so far apart, it's possible to squash them together to compress the gas. Oxygen, nitrogen, and helium are all gases. Air is made up of many kinds of gas. It's invisible, but we can still contain it, like in an airbed. And because you can compress gas, your airbed gets that delicious, comfy, springy feeling. Except if the gas escapes. Time for a refresher. Solids are solid. They have a fixed shape. They can't flow and you can't squash them. Liquids, on the other hand, can flow and take the shape of their containers. But you still can't squash them. Gases flow and fill their containers too. But you can compress them into smaller spaces.